That right there is the entire process and system that we use to generate 17 million impressions just for our company last year in 2025. For the first time ever in this vlog, we're going to take you behind the scenes. I'm going to explain the full process to you. I'm going to admit who actually helps me with my founder-led content. And I'll even show you our full recruitment process to bring in the best talent from all over the world. This year we are hitting 2026 hard. Hard on two fronts, on marketing and on the hiring front as well. We're on an absolute mission to hire the best people we can in every single role that we're hiring for. And I'm going to show you some of the recruitment practices we've implemented and how we're scaling up the recruitment to filter people in differently. And I'm also going to show you the founder-led content to start off with, which kind of stems into the recruitment issue, which I'll show you in a minute. But essentially this year, we said that if we really want to put Notice on the map, we're going to have to go harder with our content. So me and Morgan are probably the biggest drivers of awareness, other than like the team posting. We did about 17 million impressions last year across the entire team, just posting on LinkedIn. And realistically, it was me and Morgan posting 5 times a week. And we were waking up at 6, like throwing a post together for 30, 45 minutes and getting it live at 8:30. There wasn't a massive strategy behind it. We weren't really involving the team. We weren't like using our resources. So this year we were like, no, we're not doing that. So I'm going to show you like the systems I have for my content, how we've increased it, and what it looks like going forward. The first thing we did was that in my content calendar, so we use Notion for all clients' content calendars and our own, I set like a really heavy commitment for everything that I want to post this year. So 8 times on LinkedIn, 2 times on YouTube, 2 newsletters, and 1 LinkedIn article. And you can see, even just from the start of the year, how much more we've been posting on a week-to-week basis compared to last year, which was like tops 5 posts a week. So we moved some of the internal team to work on our content. And Philippa, if you're watching this, Philippa's been a massive help with all our content. And we set up these internal Kanban boards. We literally have a content Kanban board where we're working through, probably right now we have ready to go 21 different pieces of content. And they've been made over the last 2 weeks, ready to go live on the profile. To hit the scale that we're trying to hit with the content and the quality as well, it takes like a really systemized process like this to create great content. Obviously, we can put it in ChatGPT. I could prompt it and get like 21 posts to post this week. But what we're trying to do is hit the highest caliber of content possible. And I'll give you a secret to the process we use. First thing that we do is we find pre-validated ideas, finding a format, a message of content that had already worked somewhere else. In our case, one thing that I've launched, for example, is I saw people were doing short interviews on LinkedIn, using those videos for content and essentially just promoting them. I realized that, okay, I'm sharing a lot about LinkedIn marketing this year. I could use that pre-validated format, go and interview the best people on LinkedIn, and then share that content, which is really, really simple. So we start with all pre-validated ideas. So Philippa, who supports me on this, she'll go out and find carousel formats that have worked well, cheat sheet formats that have worked well, stories that really resonated online, and then we'll try to apply them back to what I want to talk about, which is LinkedIn marketing. We then vet through these ideas with a 30-minute call every single week. We'll approve which ones want to work, and then we'll work as a team on creating the content. Philippa will support a lot on the designs. I'll write the content. We go through with that. And then when they're ready for approval, we have this brutal vetting process. Let's say you want to do 5 posts a week. Sometimes you have to create 10 just to say no to 5. And I'm trying to increase the amount of posts that I say no to every single week. If you want to create 5 posts a week and you only actually make 5 posts, if it's not great, you still have to say yes to it, which is obviously not the case. I want to create 12 posts and say yes to 5. And that's the type of cadence we're doing. So while we have 21 posts in here, maybe 11 of them will get through into my content calendar and onto the feed. And that's like the 11 best posts we created at that point. But that comes with an issue. Because we have built our founder brands, because we've put so much intent behind getting awareness on the company over the last couple of years, with 17 million impressions last year. And that's meant that sometimes when we're looking for job postings, a lot of people apply. So I'm going to talk about hiring and what we're looking at now. So we recently put up 3 job postings. One for an account manager in Manchester or Wilmslow, one for a graphic designer remote, one for a videographer, video editor who will be helping on this vlog and shooting this vlog in the future. And as you can see here, I replied back to all the graphic designers and video editors applications I had today. And if you look through my email, let's say there's 20 a page, all of these are different CVs and applicants, anywhere from 90 to 100 different applicants in the space of 3 days. Impossible for us to go through each portfolio, vet them, and also like save our time as well. Like we can't be spending 2 hours talking to every graphic designer or organizing an interview, doing a 50-minute interview. Like there's a massive amount of time there. So what we created this week was what we're calling the Noticed Culture Test. So the first thing I thought about this was Stephen Bartlett talked about creating this culture test for Flight Story. And because they have so many applicants into Flight Story, they have to have a way to filter them. So what we did, we mixed what somewhere.com do over in America, which are a recruitment company, with Steve Bartlett's process for filtering it in for the right people to create a 3-step test for us to vet all the candidates. They have a test to see if they're a match. They can fill in what position they want to do, their name, their email, and they click agree, begin test. And it explains the first test is a writing test. And the key with this is making sure that they're efficient, like at using laptops and working in that sense, but also like make sure that English level is high enough to work in the company as well. And so when I click start the test, Nat failed this earlier, I essentially have to type at a certain speed and it's tracking the speed that I type at over a minute. Just fast forward it on the vlog. Let me see if I can get a high score here.
3 hours later.
We passed, let me check my score. 54 words per minute. Our minimum is 30 words per minute, which is not necessarily easy. Like I was actually trying quite hard there to get 54. But once you've passed the test, you're able to go through and record your video CV. So people can come in here, upload a video of themselves that's just explaining who they are, where they're based, the role they're applying for, a brief history of their experience, and then why you want to work at Noticed. We get a big spreadsheet then of all the different people that have passed the test and want to apply, and then our team can just flick through the 1-minute videos and get a feel for who the people are and who we want to actually interview before going through the hundreds of applicants. This is going to be massive for us, making sure we bring in the best talent, but also saving a massive amount of time. And they're the 2 big things I'm focused on this year. 1, putting out the best content possible around marketing on LinkedIn, and 2, bringing in the best people to deliver the best service around marketing on LinkedIn as well. They're my 2 main focuses for the entire year, and they're the 2 systems we've got set up. If you want to smash founder-led content this year, you need to have a process and a system around it, and you probably need to be creating double, if not 75% more content than you're actually going to put out. You have to be able to say no to more pieces than you can imagine. And the next thing is, if you want to bring in the best talent, you have to have a great and a robust recruitment process. And that is what we spent the last few weeks building. We're back every single week. Noticed vlog, getting noticed, 2026. That's it. Cut.